Hello, well, he's not died, he's back here again. It's Bibby, and today is a bit of a strange one. I've not done a video like this before, but it's something that will, I think, it's not going to make or break your experience in PES. I just think it'll probably try and enhance the sort of game modes that you're looking for. So, looking at what you see on the screen now is actually the camera settings for your game. Now, for me, this is like pivotal in the way that you're actually going to perform in your leagues or in your online seasons or in your My Club or whatever it is that you're going to be playing on this year. It's quite crucial, really, because some people want to see the whole pitch, some people just want to see the player, some people want that proper, real, authentic, different camera angle. So I'm just going to have a quick run through these. I'm going to show you my personal favourite and some of the custom ones that I've seen on Twitter. So we're going to run through about 20 or 30 seconds through each sort of custom camera, we'll call it. So first of all, you load up your game. The first one you get, your default wide, 2 zoom, 2 height. So we'll just have a quick gander on this one. Just so you get, I mean, everybody's seen this camera angle before. It's your normal, standard, default camera that I'm probably guessing about 50% of you use. There's nothing special. You can see a wide range of the pitch. I'm playing this on regular. I'm not intending on scoring goals or anything like that. It's just literally to show you the camera angle. I'll just give the ball away. So we'll stop that there, and we'll get going to camera settings again. So obviously you can customize this going as close as you want. And you can also change the height, so if you want to get it on sort of like a pitch side view, you can try and get it as close as you can with that. So the next one, we'll go to live broadcast. Now this is the one that I'll be using for my Master League. I think it's a fantastic representation of what you're going to get in a real football match. The only annoying thing is when you get towards the corners, the camera zooms in. Now if you're defending and they're trying to come at you and obviously they're backing you into a corner, you need to try and take the ball off them. This is where it can get a bit annoying, but we'll just give it a quick run and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So hopefully they're going to try and take the ball. No, they're not. Right, we'll just try and get it into a corner and I'll show you exactly what I mean. I mean, probably some of you have probably used this camera before, so it's normal. So we'll just try and take this in here. And this is where it zooms in. Now it's awful when you're trying to defend and you don't know where the ball's coming from there. I mean, trying to get the ball in is quite hard as well, really, because you don't know where anybody is in the box or anything like that. You just have to rely on you putting an half decent ball in to try and get, something on the end of it. So yeah, that is my default favorite camera angle. The camera pans and swings around with you, so they're going to try and get it and try and defend this. So yeah, giving the ball back there, right? So right there, you can see that it looks quite like a real game, really, doesn't it? The camera swings as you get into the box, and you can actually see what it is that you're trying to aim at. And so as well, when you hit an absolute sizzler, the camera obviously doesn't move, so you can actually see the trajectory of the ball just flying into the top bins. So that's always nice. So that is the live broadcast camera. You can't tweak it, you can't do anything with it. It's just literally as standard there. So the next one is the fan view. Now this one, I haven't seen anybody play with this one. This is ridiculous, this sort of one. I mean, you can see the whole pitch, you can see where it's pinging, but it's just too far away. Do you know what I mean? You want to see the realism in the actions and stuff like that. I mean, you can see, like top right there, you can see the ball from a mile away. So it's pretty good like that if you want to start spreading it. If you want to do a nice header back, which obviously that didn't work out. But yeah, if you want to see the whole, let's see if we can try and get a goal there. No. But yeah, you can see the whole pitch. So it's not a bad camera angle, but it's definitely not one that I'd recommend using unless you are really serious about trying to find that just extra bit of yards on the pitch. So we'll stop that one there. The next one is vertical. So this one is your, I assume it's your Become a Legend one. No, that could be the player one, but vertical. It's just top end. It's quite difficult, really. I mean, I think I have seen this in your Become a Legend sort of camera angle. I mean, when I play Become a Legend, I don't use this. I just use the normal camera angle. And they've just scored against me on regular. That's a bit annoying. But yeah, this is just your default camera angle. There's nothing special about it. It's quite hard to play with, actually, because obviously you don't get to see the wings. You don't get to see the other side of the pitch. So for instance, I'm here now, I don't know what's on my left wing, so I'm going to have to play the ball over there to actually see what's going on. I'm just going to kick the ball out of play, making a right pig's ear of this. But yeah, this isn't one of my favourite camera angles. I think you'll probably heavily have to rely on your radar to find out where your players are on the pitch, because you can't see them. They're not in your eyesight. But yeah, that's just another example of another camera angle that you may want to use. Okay, so this one is your player camera angle. Whoever possesses the ball, the camera angle's on them. Now this is all right. It's quite funky. I mean, if you want to get some good videos using some of the players, like if you want a Neymar video, you could possibly use that one to get some really good up close footage. I'm having a shocker here. I can't see anything. This camera angle is horrendous. As you can see, it's just panning all over the gaff. But I mean, if you really wanted to make like a little video on a player, for instance Neymar, Messi, or any of the Manchester City lads, then yeah, this is sort of the camera angle that you want, because you can get up close and personal. You can probably see the tricks come off quite well with this camera angle as well. But yeah, if you got your back to goal, it could be quite annoying. Are they going 2-0 up? So they've gone 2-0 up and I'm playing on regular. Nice one. But yeah, that is your player camera angle. It's not one that, again, I would recommend using, but it is there for you to be able to use. And I think this could be the last camera angle. No, player 2, what's that one? That one is a little bit higher. So it does, again, involve you being tracked as a player, regardless of if it's the computer or you. So that could become a little bit annoying when you're trying to select a player to try and take on their attacker. That could become quite annoying. But again, if you wanted to make montages and videos, then you can use that one, and that is available for you. And then we've got the Blimp. Again, it's very similar to the camera angle that we used before. I think it was the wide angle. Again, it's quite far away, so unless you want to see the full length of the pitch and just see the gaps that are opening, I don't think many people will use this. I mean, I could be wrong. People could use this all the time when they're playing online, just to get that extra yard of pace, or find that extra gap. Ooh, nearly got something in there. But again, it's just coming up to half time as well. But again, it's a camera angle that I don't think many people are going to use, because it is that far away, and you realistically want the most authentic version of the game that you can find. And this being so far away, I don't think that many people are going to use it. But again, I can see the pros of it. I mean, you can see the full pitch. You can see where the ball's going to land as soon as it leaves your feet, where if you're using the X on the floor. So again, that has its pros. The cons is I don't think it's realistic or not. But yeah, that is that camera angle. That's the Blimp. So mid-range, this is where you can start to customize again your sort of settings. Now this one is quite close. Again, you can't see the full. This reminds me of the really old ISS days, like the camera angles then. You couldn't see the whole pitch, but you could see just about the player and maybe a couple of them that are around there. I mean, this AI is just gone like all out defending here. So we'll just flip that down there. But again, it's quite limited to your field of view. You can't see much. But again, if you want that old school sort of feel on it, you can use this one. There's not many players on the pitch, so you're really just using your radar and relying on the players to be in the right place. If they're not in the right place like that, then you're obviously just going to give away possession left, right and centre. But again, that is another one for you to relive the old days. And if you want that sort of, it's not really a TV view, I'd say. But yeah, it's quite a good view if you want to get some good montages. Again, the old school feel. So we've got the last three here now. So we've got long, which is just, it does what it says on the tee, it's just a longer version of the mid-range. So you can see more players are actually on your screen now for you to be able to select, so you don't have to rely on your radar as much. You do have to rely on your players being in the same area or in the area that you want them to be in. Otherwise, you are just going to go a bit downhill, especially when you concede possession in the middle of the park like I've just done there. It's cost me it's cost me twice already because I'm 2-0 down. But yeah, it's quite a good angle, this, really. I mean, this looks very, very similar to the default camera angle that you actually get. So it is worth noting and customizing just to your taste, really. I mean, it is the mid-ranger, so you can customize it to whatever you want. I'm just going to see if I can try and get something in there. I'm not going to get anything. So yeah, we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so we've got the wide. So this is your long and your mid-range. Just tweak down just a little bit more so you can see more of the pitch. Ideally, this is probably what you're going to use for your online, so you can see more of the pitch, you can see more of your plays, you can see the movement, and you can see what it is that you're going to be doing. Oh, I've just took someone on there, put a bit of swaz on it, he's not getting it. Get that back in. But yeah, you can see a lot more of the pitch. Hit it. Oh, You can see a lot more of the pitch. You can see a lot more of your players. You can see where your passes are going to be, most importantly, because you don't want to be giving that ball out in the middle of the pitch. So yeah, this is another ideal one for you to be able to use if you are using the online game modes. And last but not least, we've got the field size. So this one is, I think this is probably the best representation of an authentic sort of football match, really. I know I said that the live broadcast one was good, but the benefit of having this one is that when you go into the air, when you go into the corners, I don't think that the camera zooms in. So we're going to give that a quick whirl if I can get the ball back. It's 81 minutes there now, so I need to try and up this up. But I'm pretty sure that when you go into the corner of this, your camera doesn't pan, which is great for you, which is good, really. I mean, I can go into my own corner here now. So if I go into my own corner here, I'm pretty sure that the camera does not pan, so you've always got that nice camera angle to play around with, and you don't have to rely on, obviously, just trying to intercept the ball when you're in your own half and he gets into the corner like you did in the live broadcast one. But yeah, that is another camera angle for you to use, really. You can customize it. You can customize it and tweak it to however you want, but entirely that's entirely up to yourself. And we will leave it there, guys. So obviously I'm 2-0 down in this, but I wasn't really concentrating. I was just trying to show you the best camera angles for the game. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you actually have a custom camera angle that you think works for you, post it in the comments below and give some other people some tips. But until next time, guys, I will catch you in the next video.